Hello, everyone. In this episode, we have another young Indian with us, part of the Voice of the Young series. We have Kiranmanomani with us right now. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Kiran. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Sir for providing me this opportunity to voice my queries and voice my views about the world that I have seen till now. So, first, I'll give a small introduction about myself. I'm Kiran Manonmani. I'm currently pursuing Bachelors in Economics Honors from Hansraj College, University of Delhi. Basically, I am from a town called Punnamalli. It's in the outskirts of Chennai from Tamil Nadu. And I have been the school topper in my grade 11th and 12th board examinations. And this is a small intro. And my hobbies include reading books, and I'm also a classical dancer. I have learned it for 8 years. And in today's Vidped, I would like to just share about my experiences from moving out of my house for studies. It's a kind of different experience that I felt because still for 17 to 18 years of my age, I was under a protected environment with my parents. But when moving from a different culture to a completely different culture, because I am from South India and I have moved to Delhi for my studies. So I'll talk a bit about that. And the next thing is I want to address some basic issues, the physical and mental issues that the students who are studying in schools as well as colleges, the teenagers basically they face. Like
Mhm.
it includes the distractions and caring of their physical and mental health. So first, I would just say my experience. So I have completed my schooling from my class 11th and 12th from St. Joseph Matriculation School in Pundamali itself. So I took commerce with business max stream. I studied in Tamil Nadu State Board syllabus. So when I CUET is unheard that time. Like nobody in my school also knew about that. And in like I knew about CUET when I saw in a newspaper article. So I just saw the name and I didn't know like what is it, what is the exam, and they have said central universities are participating and everything. So I just went to search about it. I googled it, what is CUET and what is the process of that, what is the syllabus and everything. And when I learned about this, I thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to pursue my graduation, higher studies at a different place because I was strong in one thing. Like I didn't want to study at my hometown because like I want to learn new things. I want to explore new things. Like I want to do on my own because still if I'm in my hometown, like I get everything. I would be in my comfort zone. I want to just step out of my comfort zone. So at that point, I said, okay, I don't want to study in Chennai. Chennai has some of the renowned institutions in India, but I said, okay, like let's just go out and see. At that time, my board exams were scheduled on in April. So till April second week, I guess we had our board exams, and CUET was on May. It's from May 27th that time, May to June. So I focused on my board exams. I did it well. So once I completed my board examinations, on the last day of my board, after writing my last paper, I started my preparation for CUET. And that transition, like in 1 month, I had to study a different syllabus. Like the topics were same in the state board and the NCRT syllabus, but like there were difference in the concepts and there were extra concepts. Some there were like reduced concepts and everything. So that time I had to study something different with a different approach because CUET is objective and like the board examination that we write is subjective. So I had to study in a different approach. Then I started with online videos and I also took coaching because I was unsure if I will do on my own. So I took a coaching for 1 month. And that 1 month was very difficult. Like I used to sit for the classes for the whole day. I used to study like I used to sit for the classes for the whole day and as well as I do my self study that time. And I was so unsure. And I had this thing like if I'll clear this exam or not, because I used to see many topper videos and they say they got this marks. And during that time I got to know about DU. And after knowing about DU, I saw like some of the like many of the best colleges are under DU, like SRCC, Hindu, Stephens, Hansraj, and everything. So I was like, I have to go to some of that institution. I want to get admission there. And that 1 month of time was very crucial for me. And I also had this thing, my friends, they all were enjoying that time after board exams. I was the only one who was studying. After the board exams also, I was sitting and like more the efforts that I put in my board exams, more than that I was putting for this. I had only one thing in my mind. I had to just get good marks and have to get DU. So that 1 month was very crucial for me. And on the exam date also, I was so panicked. I studied well. As far as me, I did well, and I studied all the concepts like as far as I could. I did well, and my parents were my biggest supporters that time. Like even whenever I felt so low and I felt so unsure, they stood by my side, and they just said me like, you can do, like nothing bad will happen, like you will get it, you will just get it. So that appreciation and encouragement gave me hope, and I did my exams and I got pretty good marks at exams. Then after that, like it took nearly 1 month for the admission process, and by that time my friends, everyone got colleges and they started going to colleges, and I was unsure like, will I get will I go to college this year, or I will sit like this at home. Then even at that time I gave my entrance exam for Madras School of Economics also for bachelors in economics. Then once the results came, I saw the marks and it was like pretty low as for me. And I thought like, will I able to get the top colleges in DU? Then even that time period between the marks results and between the admission, it was so unsure, like every day would be my. Then and also I had another feeling that if I get there, I have to go out of my home. Then I thought about my parents and the expenditure, like how much they will spend on me. Like when I saw the numbers, like okay, this much amount they have to spend for me every month. And that thought also was very I felt so bad about that thought also, like how would I going to justify that amount they are spending on me. Then at last the admission thing came, the first allocation results were out. That time I saw the thing and it was allotted. I got my dream course, economics honors, from Hansraj College. And I felt so happy that time, like it was dream come true. I got my course as well as I got one of the best institutions in the North Campus. And after that, my preparations to come to Delhi came. Like I saw many videos, like how would be the place. Even I didn't have any idea. I didn't know anyone. Like we didn't have any relatives or friends. Nobody here. Then we came here unsure, and I came like as we saw the college and the orientation day. Everything it went good, and we came to the PG and everything. So the college experience, now only the college experience is starting now. This is good. Then I came with full confidence that I will study good, I'll be the topper of the course. Then I would be like participating in everything, I would go to competitions, and as well as I enjoy, I'll get very good friends. But everything on the first day itself, like there's everything was shattered. Like I was so feared, like taunted with the thing I saw there, because like everyone knew everything. The first thought I that came to my mind is like everyone knew everything there. Yeah. Then I thought, why? Like I thought, what did I do? Like what will I do hereafter? How would I survive in this competition? The competition was so intense. Like I didn't know what to do. That fear was me. The fear was with me for the whole of the first semester. That didn't make me to apply for even the societies in college, and I didn't even talk with anyone. Like I was in a, I would describe it as a very bad phase of my life till now, like because but this experience taught me that these are nothing. So you can do. But after this experience I thought like, why there is nothing wrong about the other people. The problem was with me that time. So I learned it. Okay, like for what thing I have feared, for what thing I got this taunting memories and everything. Like there is nothing going to gulp down you. Like we are going to try. Either one thing is going to happen is we are going to win or we are going to lose. Okay, that's all. That's the loss is the worst thing. The failure is the worst thing that can happen. So after that I got the mindset. Okay, so I thought that okay, we should prepare for the worst, so whatever happens I will accept, and that failure or rejection that I face would be the stepstone for my for the next approach or the next try I'm going to do. So from the second semester I started to like do become as me, like who was I before in my school. Like I was the topper, I was the class representative that time at my school. So I used to participate in everything. Like every time if the teacher asked something, I used to be the first one to come and stand in front, and I'll just talk. Even it can be the seminars, presentations, and anything that happens in my class, I'll just come and stand in front and I'll explain anything. I won't mind it at all. Like I didn't have the fear of public speaking that time. I used to just casually come and stand, and I'll do everything. So I thought, okay, we should become like the person who I am before. So I started to do everything. Like I did participate in some policy competitions, even though we didn't get to advance to the final rounds, but we did. I just collaborated with my friends, and we did that. Experience taught me very much. So how should we approach something? And even like when I came to Delhi after my schooling, I just couldn't continue my classical dance. So at this time in my second semester I got some chance to perform at some colleges and some events in here itself. So I just utilized that opportunity as well. So that was thing. Okay, I thought only study we can study, but we are not going to study for 24 hours a day. So we should utilize time for some other activities also that I used to do before. So in my first time, the thing is like I thought I should study, but even that time I couldn't do that also properly. That's studies also I couldn't do properly, as well as I didn't do any other things. So I in the second semester I thought okay, I should do all these things as well as I should balance my studies, and that gave me a good hope that time. So I started to talk with everyone. In my first semester I didn't talk with anyone. In my second semester I started to talk with anyone. Like that, those conversations, I met many people from different parts of the country. That's the very important characteristics of DU, that you see people from every state of the country, every state and every district of the country mostly. So I talked with them. I asked about their culture. This thing is so interesting for me from my childhood. Like I like to talk with people, even though I'm an ambivert with more introvert trait. But if I feel comfortable with someone, I would just start talking and I'll do conversations with them. So that's the thing I did with them. I asked, I knew many things about their cultures and their habits, what the festivals they celebrate. And many people also asked me about my state and what do we do. And not only this idli dosa, we have many things other than that. Like because people are unaware, like what is there actually. So I said many things to the people, and I traveled a lot in Delhi with my friends. I got a good set of friends, and with them I traveled a lot. That thing gave me a confidence. And in my third semester onwards, the second year was bit tough compared to the first year. In third semester, I did some internships at some organizations. I did co-author a book article in a book also as a part of my internship, and those opportunities gave me a good start. And currently I'm exploring everything. Exploring in the sense like what are the opportunities I should do. I have an idea to do masters in economics, and currently I have started to prepare for it. And also I'm interested in economic history and political economy. Those kind of subjects interest me, and public policy also. So I now only I started to explore all these things. So what is the scope and what do they actually study in those subjects? And I want to talk about one concept of economics that I apply every day. As an economic student, I have to say this, like that is opportunity cost. Because opportunity cost, like whenever I take decisions, whenever I have two or three options with me, i'll just say I'll just think, so what is the cost I'm incurring and what is the benefit I'm getting from this? So, and what loss I will face if I leave this? And that concept it helped me to make proper decisions. So I'll just think about it. Okay, if I, even if I'm spending for something, the money which I have, like if I spend for food, what will happen? If I spend for books, what will happen? So which gives me a big benefit compared to the cost. So those concepts help me. The opportunity cost is one concept that fascinates me everything, and you can apply it every time when you make decision. And this is the thing. And next, I want to say one thing. Like we, everyone says us to learn new things. But there is one thing that, as well as along with the learning, we have to unlearn things. Unlearning is also an important part of our life, because like the place we come from, it had a different set of values, traditions, and cultures, and the people's views and beliefs are different. But when you come to another place, you see the people's views and the daily lifestyles, those are different. So when I came to Delhi, I saw people are there is no judgment kind of thing. Like even therefore, one thing I noticed here and one thing I liked here is like people don't judge with the dress you do, the dressings you do. Because like it depends upon the person. Even I say that, like I had that mindset, like some people, why do they dress like that? But now I want to say that I have changed that mindset completely, and that's the big unlearning. I mean, like we should not judge person, because like beyond the dress they have a different characteristics that we don't know. Beyond the dress or their appearance or whatever they do, they have a different characteristics that may be opposite of what we are thinking. So unlearning is very important, not only in this aspect, in every aspect. So if we have to do, like when you feel something is wrong, or when you feel something is not applicable to the place you live, so that time we can unlearn it, and we should try to adapt with the new things. Like we should not always be so rigid in the things. Like, even if I'm going somewhere, I should not expect the for example, I'm saying, if I'm going to different places, so I won't expect the food that I get at my hometown, because and that expectation and rigidity should not be there. Then only we should be like a free flowing water. Like wherever we go, the things we learn from that, we should just adopt with it. So that's the one thing I learned. And next thing is, I have changed a lot. I have as in my characters, in my characteristics, I say I have changed a lot. So that also helped me, and this stepping out of comfort zone is another thing. Because as I said, in my first semester I didn't step out of my comfort zone. I was so indulged in this. I thought I should study, or else I won't be getting good marks. But after that, I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I did all the some activities that interested me. Now also I joined in the debating society of my college, and that activity interested me, so I joined, and we'll just give a try what is going to happen. So we have to like balance time also, and time management is very important. Because as a student, we are that too, the people who are staying out of their hometowns, staying in hostels or PGs, like we not only study, we have to take care of ourselves, we have to take care of our expenses, and whatever we have to do, everything we have to provide for ourselves. And that in all these things, time management is very important. And we also have to travel much. If you want to get something, or if you want to go something, traveling is also a important part here. So in this time management is very important, and I learned how to effectively use time. So the thing I would just suggest here is, for time management, just list out the activities that you want to do in this day, but not today in today's morning, but yesterday's night itself. We have to list down, like I have to complete all this work by tomorrow. So that time you won't be thinking. It's not only for the activities. Even if you're going somewhere tomorrow, just keep your dresses, like whatever you're going to wear next day, by the before night itself. So it won't take your time. We'll just put wear it and we'll go. But if you start searching for the dresses on the next day morning, then it would take a lot of time. So these are some small tips that I will suggest for time management. And the another major issue that students are facing is social media distractions. Social social media distraction is very, like, when we take our phone and we just start scrolling, it goes mindlessly. Like after that only we'll be aware that okay, I spent this much hours in just scrolling our social media. Like I am not the exception of it, even I do sometimes. Then afterwards I'll be feeling guilty for what I have done. So this is the thing, like we should be mindful. One thing we can do is like we can set timers for the social media apps. That I do, I'm following that, so I won't scroll mindlessly. Or you can set some alarms or any notifications we can do. And the this now there is something called brain rot. And in this brain rot, like we consume things that are not at all needed for us, in mainly in social media. Like we just see some reels, shorts in Instagram and YouTube. Those are not just for a single, that a short term pleasure, I can say. We are just scrolling, and this brain rot has decreased our concentration level, because nowadays we are consuming so much of short term content. It's like 1 minute and 50 seconds, and we don't even have that patience to see a full video in the given time. Or else we'll put it in 2x and we'll just forward it, we'll see those contents. And this has reduced our concentration levels, but the patience level that we should have, and all these things. So we should be, I'm not saying like avoid social media or completely eradicate, it's not possible in this era, but we can have a mindfulness there. Like we should be aware how much time we are using it, and like at which point we should stop using it. That's the one thing I can say. And in YouTube and social media also, whatever we can see, we can see something related to us, how we can develop. Like I would suggest podcast. If you are interested in some subjects, we can use the podcast that time, like whatever subject. If taking me, I'm interested in history so much, so I listen to historical podcast or some audio books also. So that kind of thing we can do as audio and video whenever it's so if useful for us, and we also utilize our time properly, and there is no brain rot. We got to learn something new in that. And all these things are the thing that I wanted to say here. And for me, it had been a very big change when I moved out of my house. Within a span of like 1 to 1.5 years, I learned many things as a person, because studies is going to help us, as well as the real time experiences that we come through, that we face in our daily thing. We go in the road, we just see many people, like how are they living and everything. That has changed my perspective about the world a lot. And also I would as a part of, like as a conclusion of this, I would just suggest students, like, do everything you want, don't shy away from anything, because there is nothing very wrong going to happen. The worst thing that can happen is you're going to get rejected, or you're going to get failed in that thing. That's all. Nothing is, but trying out new things always helps you. We can find out what is suitable for us and what is not suitable for us. And also in whatever activities we do, just be mindful. If they are if they go overly, if they go beyond the limit, if they are going to be bad for us, just be mindful and stop at the limit that we should be. This is what the things that I can suggest to my fellow mates, the people of my age, and the teenagers and everyone who's currently going through all this problem. So that's from my side, sir.
Okay, thank you, Kiran. It's very good to hear what happens when you come from a small town to the capital of the country. Obviously,
Yes.
anyway, going to college changes you, number one, no matter which college you go to. And if you go to a
Yes.
college far away in a different city, different culture, and you know that in India things are so diverse. In other countries, they are not so diverse. But
Yes. Yes.
India things are so diverse. You get to meet apart from the fact that you're in college, there's also the whole change of the city, the culture, the friends and the people. But you have adapted well. You have got your way through it,
Yeah.
right? Right? You're almost a
Yes,
Delhi
yes.
girl
Yes,
now.
sir.
Let me
Yeah.
okay, well, let me ask you one question only. What made you choose
Okay.
economics? Because in that small town, who guided you?
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to say about this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say. So basically, like economics is so underrated in my town. It's so underrated, really. People don't know the value of economics. Like I started liking economics in my class 11th. The one thing because I liked economics is I could relate it to the world, real world, the macroeconomic things, the policies. We can see the RBI, inflation rate, and everything. Like those are the things that I read in newspaper and I see in news every day. And one more thing is like there was a conventional thought in the people there, the people I knew. They were like only medicine, only those medicine. I'm not just degrading anything. Like medicine and engineering are considered as big fields, or like they don't even, there is no proper respect for the commerce field at all.
No.
I wanted to break that. I wanted to break that conventional thought of the people, because I had the thing that I can excel in my field. I can excel in economics. I'll prove. Even one of my relative has chosen economics, but she studied economics, but she didn't do anything. Like they were not aware of what more they can do in that. So even many people asked me, like, why do you choose economics? Even now they ask, you studied well, then why did you choose economics? You should have gone to medicine or engineering, the medical field, in the science field. But but I believe that there is nothing high or low. Like in whichever field we can go, we can set our foot there if
Hmm,
it interests us, and if we have the dedication and commitment to
hmm,
fully dedicate us to that, we
hmm.
can excel in any of the field.
Okay.
So that's thing. And my teachers, I have to thank my teachers here, my class 11th and 12th teachers, who guided me a lot in this journey.
Okay. All right.
So these are the thing. I chose economics.
So, any final thoughts you have here? Anything else you would
Final
last
thought.
thoughts? Last thoughts.
Okay. So last thoughts to all the viewers who see this Vidped is like, do everything you want, because there are no restriction. Nobody is going to see you, or even if someone says anything, just if it's a constructive thing, if it's a constructive criticism, take that. If it's going to deteriorate or degrade you or put you down, then don't just listen to it. And there is no like black and white, very high or low things in this world. So whatever is good, or whatever it is high for you, may be low or bad for some people.
Hmm.
So whatever you feel right, ethically and morally, you should be true to you and do it with your full dedication. That's all
Okay, that's
I
a
would like
very
to say.
good thought. Thank you so much for it. Let's end it here. Stay on
Yes,
online.
sir.
I want to talk to you. I'll be back with
Okay.
another young person or an expert. Till then, bye everybody.